So I just like got off the phone with Babzito, kind of sorta, and I was just like, I was just like, all of this is like making me anxious. Cause let me talk about my experience of going to the mall by myself. I get into the boat, right? We get to Brooklyn Mall entrance. Tell me why the entrance, like this is the thing. It moves so quick. Like in my mind, it's like I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm getting into the vault. I'm gonna get to the vault, and we're gonna be in the mall, and then I'm gonna be chilling, and then I'm gonna get back into the vault and come back to the room or whatever. So it's like, you know, I get into the vault, and then I'm like, cool. I pay the guy when we get to the destination, and then like, you know what we do? You know what I did? Sorry. So the guy was like, he didn't want to drop me like where the destination actually was. He kind of just dropped me at the entrance because clearly I gave it away that I didn't know what the fuck was going on and that I didn't know where I was going, which is the first mistake like that gives you anxiety. But I was just saying to Babsito, like, I'm not trying to act like I know the place. Like I would rather just like go to the mall or whatever, go to the complex and really show that I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know where I'm going and I'm new and I'm scared. You know what I mean? I feel like that's giving me more ground to just be calm and just like be self-aware, because it's like there's no point going into this whole experience of being away from Rustenburg and being new to Pretoria. It's like, you know, am I gonna just be like walking like I know where the fuck is, like I don't have niggas that I'm hitting up to let me know where to go. Like I'm googling these things, I'm putting my destination in my phone, I'm putting personal information on my laptop, which is like all of a very like, it's like overwhelming. Like it's overwhelming because it's like I know that I'm coping, but it's like I'm trying so hard to not make it okay for myself to stay in my room in 2-3 months. Do you understand? Like I'm making sure that I leave the house, the room or whatever, after 2 days if I genuinely feel like, you know, I need to chill out. But yeah, that's about it. You see my artwork? Hey. But that's the thing, it's like a lot of times like life is not gonna give you like perfect ratios of what it is that you need. Like sometimes you're gonna have 31 bad days and then you have the best day of your life the next day, and then on the second you're just like, I mean, I ain't really gonna complain about those bad days. I mean, you know, so sometimes it's just overwhelming to be away from what you know. But that's the thing, is like, all I know, like really know, and hashtag true to this, is being at home. So it's like a 2-for-1 special for me right now, because it's like, I never really went to the mall with friends. I never ever really went to go out to eat with friends. I never really did that. Like, I never really was about that lifestyle in high school. I took a gap year, so it means I've been home ever since. Like, I you know what I mean? Like, it's just walls, doors, bathroom door, toilet sounds, click clacking. You've been home so much, you know the differences between people's walks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know how, you know if a nigga even like tight just by double stepping. You know, that's how you've been home so much. So it's like, anything outside of that isn't really like intimidating, because it's like, I don't know anything. Like, I know that I don't know, because I'm new to this and I'm true to being at home. You know what I mean? So it's just like overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. So it's just overwhelming. I'm gonna talk about love. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about love. But yeah, let me just recap. It's just like, dude, you know, I personally just feel like I would rather just look as confused and as, you know, like, don't fuck with me, you know, just giving off like that type of energy. Because a nigga tried me and a couple other niggas tried me, but I just had that, you know, that and niggas left me. You know what I mean? Especially like, because I know that they know this is my first time here. So it's like, don't mess with me, like, this is my first time here type of vibe. Like, that's how I feel I've been handling it. And I don't mind doing it that way. It just feels like, my nails are growing. I need to cut them. I'm not in the mood to have long nails. I'm not in the mood to have long nails. Like, I'm not. So, I would just rather just not look like I know where I'm going when I don't know where I'm going. Because there's only so much you can do, and that's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, bruh, you can only act like you know where you're going so much. Like, at the end of the day, niggas know people are gonna move in to the city for, you know, books and stuff. So it's like, we're gonna see new people, we're gonna see new kids, we're gonna see people walking, we're gonna see people who don't know where they're going, even though, you know, and we're gonna see people get in fights, friendships, breakups, all those things. So it's like, I think the people around me, aka Pretoria, Praetorian citizens, because you know what's crazy? Like, I was waiting for the boat, and this homeless guy, right? I don't know if he's homeless, but let me say, the guy who backs up cars and parkings and stuff like that, like helps at the parking. But yeah, he was wearing like a traffic nigga thing. I don't know, traffic, like, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But he was wearing that thing, and he came to me and he was like asking for money, you know, for something to eat and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't have on me. And he was like, and then the lady at the back was like to me, like, she was like, and I was like, okay. And then she just like took her bag and she left. So I was like, oh, she was telling me that he's just asking for food. So first I was like, oh my God, like, you asking for food? You know what I mean? Like, you're asking for food? Money for food, sorry. You're asking for money for food. And she like alerted me. Like, that's never, like, it's never happened in my life. I've never experienced that, like, type of, like, we're strangers, but there's a responsibility to communicate to each other, you know. And that's why it made me so aware of being true to just showing that, like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing, like, but I'm gonna try to figure it out, and I'm gonna try to, cause dude, like, I literally entered Brooklyn Mall on a level that didn't have like where I was going, so I had to look for the shops that I wanted to go to and check out, right? So literally the mall is huge. Like, mind you, I have never really been in a huge mall. Like, I have never been in a huge mall for real. Like, I've never, like, Rustenburg doesn't have a big mall. We have an average size mall, and I never really even spent like humongous amounts of time there. Like, to be honest with you, the times that I've been at the mall are so exaggerated that it's like you think that I've been there so many times, but I've really been there like 3 times, and all the 10 stories you know of me being from the mall have been these 3 days, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, if you didn't understand what I just said, we're moving on. So I get there and I'm like walking, and I'm like, this is not like a complex, like, you know, no, it's not like where you can stroll and you know what I mean, look like a bit of a somebody doing something. Even if we don't know how much money you have, you are walking around in a complex. You know what I mean? So it's okay. Like, do your thing. It doesn't look weird. But this is a mall. So if you enter a mall on some strolling in your sundress, girl, you need to know where you're going. Same as if you're in town. You need to know where you're going. The thing is, I know where I'm going. It's just nerve-wracking. Like, it's just like, you know, it's, so that's it. I just gave myself like a day, and I was like, after that, I was like, girl, it just feels like, okay, this is the new norm, and I just need to get used to it as well. Like, I need to just accept it, because it's like, you have shit that you want to do, like, and you want to hold yourself accountable. Like, you don't want to, at the end of the day, it's like, for me, I have like artworks up that I want to sell. I did the other ones there. I think the other one the other two is here. And I have a couple more artworks to do. But it's like, I don't want to ever get to doing something and it be a thing of I have nothing to show for it. Like, that's something I don't like. I don't like having nothing to show for it. Even if it's my own shit. Like, you know, like, I don't want to feel like I didn't do something in 2 weeks. Like, I need to feel like, you know what, I didn't do something for a whole week because I wasn't okay. Like, that is okay for me. Like, I can admit that to myself. Like, damn, you know. But if I'm like genuinely, like, I won't be like pressuring myself to do other tasks and complete them because I feel like I didn't do anything. But yeah. And I'm kind of just like, never judge a book by its cover. Wow, how do you like get out of a bolt swiftly and look like a bad bitch doing it? Because I failed so many times. Like, it just feels like I don't have my stuff together. Like, when I get out of the bolt, like, getting into the bolt is nothing. Getting into the bolt, I could be like, hi, and then the guy just starts driving, right? Hi. You know what I mean? So it's like it just feels like the anxious, the part that makes me anxious is when I get out. I have to pay the guy, and while I'm paying the guy, I feel like, oh my god. I feel like how do I put it? I feel like I'm invading his space. Like, I'm like, oh my god, this is your car. Let me get out. You know the feeling of when you the feeling of when you're like in your friend's car, right? Like, in your friend's car or your friend's parents' car. Like, if you're in the car with your friend and their parents are the ones driving or whatever. So like you're tagging along to the family running errands, right? Bruh, have you ever been like, you literally like, do you want anything? No, I'm fine. No, you just try to be like not problematic in the scenario because it's like, oh my god, I don't know these people, I don't know what could go down, I don't know how your house is ran. I need to make sure that I'm just like neutral because, you know, I don't want to be doing too much and then y'all tell moms, or I just have a bad rep as like your friend's friend, your daughter's friend. Like, I care about those things. Hey, that should be a video. I want to talk about it. A reputation. Yeah. So dude, so yeah, and I'm gonna put lip gloss on, so y'all gonna see me get some lip gloss on. I wanna go buy lashes, but I'm really over here thinking like every time I leave the bolt, shit feels like Armageddon. Like, I'll just be like and then I'm out the vault and I'm like walking like this really fast. So it's like, here's your money. This is awkward. This is your property. I need to leave. I need to leave. And then they leave, and then I'm like, okay, I'm out the vault. Okay, I'm out the vault. Inside, I feel like this, but outside, I'm just like I'm busy acting like, you know what, I probably look like someone who just started a job here or something. I'm trying to convince myself that I don't look so bad. But then I get into the Brooklyn Mall and I'm just walking. So I walk, and I get to the end, right? And I'm thinking, you need to turn somewhere, because you can't walk out the mall and then walk back into the mall. Like, what are you doing? So I'm just like, bruh. So I'm walking like this, right? I'm seeing someone, I kid you not, I'm seeing like a couple old like people, right, walking this way. Mind you, I don't see it because there's like a wall here. So I'm walking like this. Walk,